Hi, thanks for joining me. I'm Peter Lamont. I'm the host of UTLRadio.com, your business success and legal information station. Today I want to talk to you about a recent interview that I conducted with Mia Redrick. She is a mom coach and an entrepreneur and has been featured on some big-time programs. Oprah Winfrey, she's been in major publications, and is really an expert in helping moms become successful entrepreneurs. We had an hour-long discussion, and she was extremely kind and forthcoming. She provided a tremendous amount of information, not just for moms, but for anyone who is interested in or is in the midst of being an entrepreneur. And it really was very enlightening. She was a very down-to-earth person, and she gave some very, very unique tips and some of her secrets, if you will, to success. She talked about a whole host of things, including, sort of finding your genius and focusing on what you are really good at. And she compared that to successful companies like Apple. And, we talked about that. We talked about, the fact that oftentimes when you come up with an idea and you want to be an entrepreneur, you're going to meet with resistance and negative feelings. So what I'd like to do right now is I'd like to play for you some clips from the interview. And then if you're interested in hearing the complete interview, I'm going to give you links in the show notes so that you can click on that and either download or listen to the complete interview. Now, don't forget that all of this information is available at UTLRadio.com. We have links to our App Store. We have links to the iTunes Store where you can subscribe to the podcast. We have links to our video library. And it's really a constantly evolving and growing site. We're constantly putting up new content. And that's all thanks to you and your feedback, the listeners and the UTL Radio family. So don't forget to check out UTLRadio.com. There are giveaways coming up. There's free information. And love to hear your feedback. But now let's take a listen to some of the clips from my interview with Mia Redrick. And then if you want to have that full episode, click on the links below and you'll be able to either listen to it at iTunes or download it directly from our website. Thanks, and I hope you enjoy.
This is episode 178, and I'm your host, Peter Lamont. Today we're going to be speaking with Mia Redrick, and it's a really exciting show, especially if you happen to be a mom out there and you want to understand a little bit more about balancing your life as a mom and opening new doors. Maybe you've thought about opening a business, starting your own thing, and you don't know how to do it. You don't know how to juggle and balance the difficult tasks of being a mom with being an entrepreneur. And Mia is someone who has not only done it herself, but is very skilled at coaching and helping others get to that point where they are successful, both as a mom and as an entrepreneur. We're going to be talking to her today. Now, at that point, you have a full-time job, you're working, you're a mom, and at some point in your career, you decide, okay, now I'm going to take these gifts, these talents, and I'm going to go direct it and build my own brand, my own company. That's scary for people that are not moms, just single individuals who are getting a paycheck every week, and now they're going to go out and throw everything away to start a business. How did you muster up the courage to do that, and what are some of the things that went through your mind when you were doing that?
Well, first of all, I wasn't sure what to do. So the very first thing that I did was I visited my small business resource center to get some ideas about what this thing was that I wanted to do and to get some support around the ideas. And, Peter, what happened, because of what I wanted to do being so unconventional, mom coaching, no one really knew what mom coaching was 13 years ago. Today, coaching, a lot of people know a lot more about parent coaching and mom coaching. But 13 years ago, it was not a word that was used. And I remember being laughed at in the Small Business Resource Center, and coordinator told me, he said, you either need to go back to training or you need to start a training company, and that will work for you. And I remember feeling humiliated in his office because the idea was, I thought it was a great idea to be able to combine what I wanted to do and really be able to support mothers. But sometimes when people don't know what it is that you want to do, they discount your dream. And I think that's really important for those moms out there who want to use those soft skills that they have. And maybe no one else is out there doing what you want to do. Doesn't mean that it's impossible.
So for those people out there that, are lacking in confidence and they don't understand, how can I take information that I have? Who's going to listen to me? What makes me special? Why would anybody pay me for information? Those are the types of questions. How would you respond to those questions, the people that are feeling that way?
Well, that's a great question because I hear that all the time with my clients. And for me, what I did was I created 5 to 10 top of mind problems for the women that I serve. So, I was working mostly with moms who were just struggling with trying to find time for themselves and their own lives and their own dreams. And so I literally had gone to I would belong to a mom group, and these moms said the same things over and over again. I don't have time to do anything for myself. My husband isn't really supporting me. I have no idea what my path is. The same things over and over again. And I literally wrote down the 5 to 10 top of mind questions that they had, and I came up with solutions for them based on what I knew were myself. And that was how I started. I literally started by solving problems that people had out there through a course, through workshops, and it wasn't, nothing was perfect. It was perfectly imperfect, and from that I realized that I was onto something really amazing and that I was able to really fill a niche in my industry by supporting moms and solving those types of problems.
Zoning in on your genius, because there are those people out there that say, diversity, diversifying your portfolio, whether you're in the stock market or an entrepreneur, is the way to go. And you see people spread themselves so thin across different sectors that they are the old cliche, jack of all trades, master of none. And then they wonder why they're not succeeding. Have you dealt with that jack of all trades mentality?
Well, I have, and I see it all the time with my clients. And what I teach them is that whatever the diversity that needs to exist in your business is what I call big rocks, pebbles, and sand. All right? So whenever you're creating a product, think about, Apple, for example. Okay, they've got big rock is likely their computers that they sell, right? Apple computers are expensive, right? $2,000, $3,000 or more. Their pebble products might be some of the iPad, okay, which might be their $300 or $400 product, and their sand product might be an iPod, right? So sort of from $30 to $120.
All right, there you have it. That's just a taste of our interview with Mia Redrick, and I promise you, it was one of the most enlightening interviews that I've done in a while because she's so eager to help people and so forthcoming with the information that she has. And I thank her tremendously for her time and sharing with us some of the things that made her successful and some of her unique stories. So I encourage you to listen to the complete interview. That's available at UTLRadio.com. You can download it there on the podcast page, or you can subscribe on iTunes and you can get it there. There's also other ways. You can download the free app and you can have it there. All the links will be in the show notes. That's going to do it. I want to thank you, and I hope that you enjoyed this interview with Mia Redrick. Until next time, remember that there's power in understanding the law.